I said for years on this show, Kevin Durant was my favorite player, and it's over. Great players do not disappear every fourth quarter for 4 straight games.
Kevin Durant is not one of the greatest players in the NBA today.
I mean, I can't put greatest next to the name yet. What has he done?
A multiple-time scoring champion. He took a team to the finals. I think that you can't pick 3 dudes in the NBA that you would want before Kevin Durant.
Kevin Durant is going nowhere without Russell Westbrook.
He may go down before all is said and done as the greatest scorer in NBA history.
I'm still watching Kevin, and I'm not seeing.
Yikes. Okay, so we saw how that debate evolved. We asked this question to you, Mr. Bayless. Is Kevin Durant a top 3 player?
Stephen A., to answer that question, I have to define greatness. We were operating yesterday at the end of this discussion in parallel universes when we were so rudely interrupted by the end of the show, and we just had to stop. I'm defining greatness differently than you are. If you were talking at the end of that discussion about simply winning scoring titles, I'll take Kevin Durant #1 overall because he's about to win another one. He's 3 points ahead of Melo in the scoring race right now. He's averaging 30 a game because he just went 48 and 48. And I don't love him. I have seen the light because I'm defining greatness intangibly. I'm talking about team carrying, championship winning leadership, fourth quarter intangibles that I'm no longer seeing in the great Kevin Durant. And I put quotes around great. I'm talking about the great, I mean this literally, Tim Grover's definition of greatness. Remember his 3 levels of superstardom in his book Relentless?
Remind us.
You have the cleaner at the top. You have the closer in the middle. You have the coolers at the bottom of the superstar category. Just to quote the book, cleaners don't have to show who's in charge. Everyone already knows. Now that mid category where I now put Kevin Durant, closers stand in front because they need to show who's in charge. A little different. So if you ask me, name 3 dudes I would take above Kevin Durant, well, by my definition, I'll take, and again, I'm not even sure there's a cleaner in the league right now because the cleaner category for Tim Grover was Michael Jordan, Kobe when he was healthy, Dwayne Wade when he's healthy. If you're telling me Dwayne Wade is close to healthy right now, and I'm not sure about that, I'm still taking Dwayne Wade over Kevin Durant. He's still in my cleaner category. I'll put LeBron just off 2 rings in my cleaner category by definition of today's superstardom. I'm going to keep my man Tim Duncan in that category because I got to tell you, watching him again last night, he is still playing at an extremely high level. You can count on him in the fourth quarter. You can count on him to lead a team to, by the way, the Spurs once again have the best record in the West. Who knew? So I've got 3 right there. I'm about to put Paul George in that category. I'm starting to see, yes, I'm starting to see, by today's standards, cleaner capabilities from Paul George. And if I might, I'm also seeing them south of San Antonio in the city of Houston. James Harden is a bad man who is leading that basketball team in fourth quarter after fourth quarter after fourth quarter. I'm close to putting him in that category above Kevin Durant. This is all above Kevin. And the reason I can't put Steph Curry in there quite yet, he's just too little. I can't, because Kevin Durant, as we all know, he was born 6 feet, he didn't come out 6'10", but he's got by gift 6 feet 10 inches, and what's his wingspan, 7'7"? So again, I can't put Steph in there yet just because of his size, and Damian Lillard is starting to threaten that category, also above Kevin Durant. So I named a whole bunch of dudes, but I gave you 4 that I definitely would put up there above Kevin in the cleaner category, not in the scoring champion category, because I don't think he can. I don't think there's an equal out there to him in the scoring category. The floor is yours.
I'm embarrassed I even have to have this discussion with you. This is unbelievable to me. You mentioned James Harden. You mentioned Damian Lillard. I mean, every single player you mentioned, I have nothing but respect for. Their future is bright. They can ball. They are going to do great things, etc., etc. They ain't Kevin Durant, man. The disrespect that you are elocuting about Kevin Durant is beyond mind-boggling. It makes no sense whatsoever, Skip. This dude right here, Kevin Durant, last 4 years, 50 and 32, 55 and 27, 47 and 19 for the 66-game lockout short season, 60 and 22 last year. The 27 and 8 right now.
I don't know what your numbers are. What do you get?
These are his record.
The records. I thought you were doing.
These are the team's record over the last 5 years. This is Kevin Durant's team. It's Russell Westbrook's team too.
Wait a second. What have I said?
Wait a minute. What I'm trying to say to you is, when we analyze, I don't want to hear anything about no 2 minutes from my producer. Not after that soliloquy you just put out there. Oh, no. Let me tell you something right now. This is unbelievable that you can sit there and come out of your mouth and say, and come out your mouth.
Clock on you like you do to me.
You know what I'm saying?
2 minutes.
I cannot believe that you can say this. This dude is 6'10", 7'6" wingspan. I'm talking about shooting from 30. Right now, what is he averaging? Skip, he's averaging about 30. This dude, career averages, the last 5 years, Skip, 6 years, 30, 27, 28, 28, and 29.
Who's his teammate?
Listen, wait a minute. What does he do? You trying to tell me, I'm talking about, does Kevin Durant need Russell Westbrook to average those numbers? No, he does not. No, he does not.
Russell gets in the way of those numbers.
He gets in the way. Kevin could average 40 if
absolutely.
So
I completely agree.
So again, we look at Dwayne Wade. I understand Dwayne Wade is quote-unquote a cleaner when healthy. But the fact of the matter is his health has diminished to some degree. It is a battle, a never-ending battle.
Remember Game 5 of the finals last year?
Forget all of that for a second. I'm telling you this. And what he did was normal for Kevin Durant in terms of the numbers being put up. Now, what Dwayne Wade has is impeccable timing because he does it when it really counts. But at the same time, you've got to take into account skills. I mean, the jumper, the handle, the ability to get to the hole, the ability to play all four to five positions on the floor. You give me LeBron, I got that. These other names, Skip, it's beyond blasphemous. I'm trying to tell you right now, if I was a preacher, I'd sprinkle water on you. Yeah. I'd sprinkle water on you. There's something's wrong with you right now that you can sit there and say this. Listen, James Harden, I love James Harden. Probably still mad at me because I got on him when he went AWOL during the NBA Finals. That is the only critical word I have ever said about James Harden in his entire career. He was nowhere to be found for a few of those games in the NBA Finals against Miami. That is it. Other than that, the man is Florida. The boy can ball. He's the future. He ain't Kevin Durant. He's not even Russell Westbrook, okay? And James Harden is big time. Damian Lillard, bright future, no doubt. He's not Kevin Durant. Melo is big time. He ain't Kevin Durant.
By the way,
Paul,
you brought up
he
Melo.
Ain't Kevin
I was going to bring him up.
You can't Skip.
You know what? If I put Melo in the Oklahoma City situation right now with Ibaka, with his teammates, he could average 40.
Stop. But here's the thing, and I love Melo. I don't like doing this. But again, I have to remember, 8 times in 10 years, you out in the first round. Last 4 years alone, Kevin Durant, first round, conference finals, conference semifinals. I'm sorry, Skip. The dude, you talking about the dude like it's just choke city and the playoffs coming, he can't be found.
Think about this. 4 straight games against a Memphis team.
Skip, he had a bad series.
That was about to be swept by the Spurs.
He had a bad series, Skip.
Now look, I dare anybody to go call up the play-by-play of the fourth quarter of those games. You cannot find Kevin Durant. Skip. Disappear.
We can't find Kevin Durant. We can't find Kevin Durant, who last year in the playoffs averaged 30-9 on 45% shooting from the field.
Look at it.
And listen, what I'm saying is
You're blinded.
No, here's what I'm saying to you,
looking at the wrong numbers.
Skip, you can nitpick and say
I'm not nitpicking.
Listen to the point. You can nitpick and say he did not show up at this moment. But that doesn't mean that it diminishes him to the point where these dudes are better than him. Kevin Durant, Skip? Are you kidding me? You don't make any sense. You don't make any sense. At least you're willing to say second tier. You're acting like he ain't great.
No.
You can't do this. Skip, he is great. He is great.
Where are all those skills when it really matters?
Skip, then say he's not a champion, Skip. He's not a champion. One bad series erases all the stuff that this dude. There are people who will work for the rest of their life in the game of basketball that can't do what this guy does on a night in, night out basis. You cannot find 3 players in the NBA that are better than this boy. Kevin Durant is big time. Yeah, and it's unbelievable that you can say that with a straight face. It really is. You should be ashamed of yourself for going at Kevin Durant like this. It's unbelievable. Go ahead, y'all. Go to break. Go ahead.
My case.
Go to break.
All I know is
you have no case.
Losing his mind right now.
Losing his mind.
We'll be back in just a few minutes.
28